Hello Sagittarius, I am Ulrich, I'm a Lenormand card reader, and today we will do the Lenormand card reading for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November. As always, we will do 4 card readings for the sign of Sagittarius for the month of November. And these are based on the natural elements in your astrological chart, or for some of you, on your time of birth. These basic elements are air, earth, water, and fire. The 4 objects that you always see on my table are directly connected to those elements. So you choose or you pick one that you think relates most to your personality, or you choose one you feel most comfortable with. This object of your choice, it should or it will relate the best to your current situation. However, if the video and the related object does not match your first choice, please check the other videos that are directly connected in the same session. I'm sure one of the 4 will fit you. Anyway, here we go, Sagittarius, for your card reading for November 2021. Hello, Sagittarius, and welcome to the Shell or the Water Group for your card reading for November 2021. As the first card here in your portrait, we see the heart. Probably we feel charitable. Sometimes we know Sagittarius can be a charitable sign here, but it points we actually should be a little bit charitable here. We could also be in the mood for giving a lot of love, and maybe we have a lot of love here. We could also open our hearts here. We could look for the good things in our own life and in that for others. And I'm assuming here with the dog in the middle, that friends, giving love to friends and receiving love from friends is important in our lives, also giving friends to others. It's possible with the heart, sometimes we feel a little bit vulnerable. This is possible also. Anyway, it's possible that for giving love or receiving love, it's like maybe sometimes we have the feeling that we need to have some permissions, but some things there in those charity, in these friends, they are just like meant to be here. The central card is the dog, is that we are supportive towards others, we are supportive to friends, colleagues, peers, people around us in our circle of friends here. This is what we see here. Probably we are about to spend more times with our friends or with our friendship. This is what we see. If we would have a certain problems or difficult choice in our path of life, or problems that are appearing in our life, probably we could ask the advice of a friend that is very close to us. In a reversed way, it's possible that we give advice to this friend. Then we have here the corner cards here. We see here the heart and the clouds. It's possible here with this combination that we are thinking about love. There's some things going on about love. We're thinking about love. We think if the love is mutual, we have the ship in the middle. Maybe there's something going on with a lover in abroad. Sagittarius is often connected to abroad. We know that because Sagittarius is the travel of the astrological belt. So here we see we are thinking maybe about a lover abroad, about investments in abroad, about the business in abroad, a business venture in abroad. This is what we all seeing here with this card. In another way, it's like we are thinking about love, on how this love to connect to our business and to abroad, or maybe the lover is in abroad. This is what we are seeing. There's possible here. There's some insecurities about love. This is what we are seeing here, or matters of the heart, or maybe we don't know how much charity we need to give or how charitable we need to be. This is what we see. Maybe sometimes we have difficulties for showing our love to a certain person, or it's difficult because maybe the lover is far away. This is possible also. Then we mirror here the tower and the cross here. As we know, Sagittarius can be a very spiritual, even religious sign. Here we see that it's possible here there's spiritual awareness, and fish is in the middle. It means that spirituality probably, or religion, is quite important in our life. There could be a lot of it because the fish expands. So religion, spirituality, it could be very important in your life. Anyway, here we see that we engage in those activities, spirituality, religion. Maybe we go to the church, mosque, temple, ashram, whatever our religion is, or in meditation. This is what we see here. In another way, it could point to that there are some things maybe in abroad that need to work out. Maybe there's some issues with authorities in abroad. This is what we see here also. Anyway, it could also point that we isolate ourselves, or maybe if we travel, we need to actually isolate for a few days. Excuse me, if we travel. It's possible with the ship that we travel, and here with the tower that there is border crossing. In a way, here we see also a person that could reach a certain level in his life for helping others. This points sometimes to an expert in religious matters, in spiritual matters. If you are in that kind of area in your life, if you focus on it, I think there's a lot of abilities here in this area. You could really become an expert in relieving suffering from others here. This is what we see here on this combination. Probably you say sometimes, no, I won't take this up on myself, it's too much responsibility. But sometimes with the cross, it's difficult. It's like we are aware of these responsibilities, aware of certain difficulties, and we engage in it because it's our path to be. The cross is often our destiny. It is like, it needs to be like that. And also, if these difficulties are put upon of you, it's time. The cross never comes before its time. This is what we see here. It's sometimes it's a burden, but it's also an advancement. Anyway, we could retrieve ourselves here a little bit with this combination. Anyway, now we go in the horizontal lines here. We see the heart and the ship here. As I said earlier, I mentioned it already in the mirroring here. It's possible that our lover is in abroad. If we take a trip, it's possible also that we take this trip with friends. We see this here, and we could literally cross borders with a friend here. This is what we see here. It's possible also that you are exploring a romance in abroad here. This is what we see. Maybe there's a lover from you in abroad, and you want to discover are he or she is reacting on you. This is possible that you want to see how is the interaction between the both of you. Sagittarius loves to travel, so we see this here, the heart and the ship. It's not very difficult. This is the vehicle where you travel with, and this is your heart, so it means you like to travel. There could be a romantic travel. It could be a travel also for meditation, because here the clouds is thinking. So it's possible that you meditate here, that you take a trip out of spirituality, but it could also be connected to the lover. Maybe it's a little bit of both here. There could be some romance involved here. Anyway, if there is some distance here from the lover, it could point to that we have the idea, because our lover is in abroad, or the person that we like in abroad, or a friend is in abroad, that will get more fond of each other because there is some distance. Anyway, this romance feels like an adventure. This is what we see here. Here we see literally the heart of an explorer here. Our heart tells us to leave. Often Sagittarius has itchy feet for moving around, so I'm assuming for some Sagittarius here, now it's difficult with these lockdowns that we are faced with not to travel, but I'm assuming soon there will be some difference. Maybe by the end of the year we have some changes here. Then here, it's possible also that the one that we loved or we like to love is difficult to reach, because the clouds are clouding what we are seeing here. If you're doing business or you're planning to do business in abroad with this combination here, we need to sometimes be careful, and we need to focus. We need to focus here that things don't go wrong, because sometimes with the clouds, we cannot see well what is there. So we need to focus here, but as we go along, we will get more information. Then we have the ship and the clouds here. It's possible as, sorry, the ship and the clouds here. We see here, it's possible as we travel, there are certain difficulties here that popping up, maybe because of the viruses that you are confronted with. It's possible that you literally have a heavy ride there. If you can postpone the trip, it might be a good thing to do. Maybe there's a lot of issues to the place where you want to live, things are not clear. Here, the logical advice would be here, this is not in the cards, but this is what I'm thinking here. Inquire in the embassies before you make moves, but because now the rules and regulations constantly changing countries. So inquire yourself so that you don't come in a difficult situation there when you're there here at the border, and not problems popping up regarding your travel. See that you are aware of the rules and regulations to the place where you are traveling. If you don't want to postpone, see that you have everything in order. But here, sometimes it's said to us, maybe it's better to postpone. What we see more here, the journey is a little bit uncertain here. We saw this here. It's possible if you take the journey also, there is some stormy weather. If you, for instance, if you go on a boat, I don't know if that is all possible already now, but even if you take a trip that there's a lot of turbulence in the plane, this is what we see here also with this combination. With this combination, always we see also that we really want to go, but sometimes it's better to wait till it's the right time. Maybe there's some difficulties when we are going there. Anyway, there will be, if you take the trip, there's a great adventure here waiting there for you. If you force the trip, as I said, we could be a little bit disoriented there here. This is what we see there. With this combination. Then we have the tree and the dog here. This points that friendships in our life, this is the person card. I'm going to mention this first. I'm interpreting this as a neutral card. Why? Because we have a general reading. So if you are a woman, you can put yourself there also. If I say otherwise, I will mention it specifically and in detail. Anyway, here coming back to this, here we see that there is a growing friendship here. There's a friendship that we always, with a friend that we can count on, because this friend is rooted. It's someone we always can go back to, no matter what happens, no matter where we are. We can really rely on this person. For some of you, it probably, if you're a man or a woman, it will be a man where you can always rely on. It's not because you're a woman or a man, we cannot have friends from the other gender. This is what we see here. And probably this friend is somebody we always can rely on here. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible also that maybe this friend had some health issues, or he need to take care of his health. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, this friendship is long lasting. There's a deep connection between the both of you. It's possible also, if he don't have health issues, that he's in medical professions. This is what we see here. That is the other side. Maybe he's I don't know, maybe he's like a frontline worker, he's a nurse, he or she's a nurse, or even it could be a doctor. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's somebody who helps others. If he's a spiritual type, it could be a holistic helper, or he works with herbs, with natural ways, the old ways, the natural ways. This is what we see here. Anyway, there's a consistent positive fire here in this relationship. It's deeply rooted. Maybe if you're of different gender or whatever is, maybe there's also some attraction to this friend in a way, but maybe it stays more into friendship here. Anyway, you respect each other's here, but this person is always willing to help you. This is what we see here. This person helps others. He wants to help others. Excuse me. Anyway, this is a very deep-rooted friendship here. Also, if you need some help, physical help for moving or whatever, this friend is always willing to help you if you're planning on the long run to move. This is the person probably to go to for helping you. Maybe you need to stock some goods or whatever if you're traveling, and this person is the one to help you. He could literally physically help you with this combination. Then we have the dog and the man. This is this points to a male or a female friend that we have. In a way, if we do business, it could be our friend and our client, both. It's a friend of us, but he's also a client of us. With this combination, this person is devoted to what he does. Also, it's a friendly type because the dog is friendly. Probably also he's the type that follows, or he or she is the type that follows what is indicated to her. It's possible if you do something, this is a person that will always ask permission. He asks, can we do like this, or don't we do better like that? This is a person that asks more permission here for doing things, because the dog asks permission. Anyway, if he or she asks something from you, or vice versa, of course, it will be approved. Here then we have the Tower and the Fish. This is a very good combination for money, for abundance, meaning if you are planning to do something on the long run in abroad, this is a very prosperous combination, but we saw we need to be careful there if you travel now. Also, here we see here our money does well. It probably will improve our money here if we have some things that we want to invest in on the long term, because the Tower is the long term. This could be a very positive investment, and maybe it's meant to be. The Cross is often meant to be. Anyway, this could bear fruits on the long run. The Tower is not the fastest card, and the Cross also, so this could be really an investment on the long run, something you see in the future that has possibilities, that is in your mind, here could bear fruits on the long run. In another way, if in the past one of your parents, your relative, passed away, sometimes this can point also, we get money from somebody older, from a relative here. This is what we see here with this combination. If the money comes to you, even if it's in an odd way, this money is destined to be sometimes with inheritance or with money we don't always are aware where it comes from, and this could be the case here in this combination. It's possible also that you're quite good with money, that you know how to handle money, because the Tower sometimes points to expertise. So it's possible that you know quite well here how to handle your money. And also, if you go for something to a bank, they know and they see your point of view. This is what we see here. If you go to financial institutions, they might understand you. Also in abroad, if you go in abroad here, they would understand your point of view, and maybe you do some transactions or some business registering there in abroad. Maybe you contact some business organizations, trade organizations there. Maybe you come to a person in charge there in a bank, in a money institution, in a business, and you are planning to do business there in abroad. This money goes to abroad, or you transfer this money to abroad. This points also to business registrations here. This is what we are seeing. It could also, if it's not in inheritance, it could mean that some money for some way, like a bonus here, is coming to you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Also, at some moments, if you are busy in the future, you could appreciate it sometimes to be some time alone. Sometimes we need some time alone. The Tower and the Cross sometimes like to be a little bit alone, meditation, be to ourselves. This is what we see here. This doesn't mean loneliness, but it means to be alone for getting our feet on the ground, for getting our mind straight here again. Then we have the Fish and the Cross here. If you go in some business ventures or something with money, it will come with responsibilities. The Cross always comes with responsibilities. It's possible in the beginning, if you start certain businesses, that it's very difficult. That it's very difficult, at the start is difficult here. But in another way, the money is destined to be on the long run. But sometimes our start with some project is easy. It's possible maybe you need some help from friends in the beginning, really to bridge this period over this startup period. Maybe a friend helps you, you communicate with this friend, and this friend is willing to help you out in the beginning because you have a lot of financial responsibilities here. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible that this friend is not only a close friend of the heart, but it's also a person with money. As we see here, the friend is surrounded by two money cards. This is a money card, a money of investments. So it's possible that our friend himself is in business, and here we see the money. So it's possible that he has a point of view over our troubles, and he sees that our problems are legitimate, and he helps us out. This is not about debts or something. This is about an investment that we make, and we are in a difficult period for the start out for this business. And probably this friend is willing to help us here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to that we can move forward in a slow way in our business or in our business affairs, but it comes with responsibilities. On the long run, this could be a very prosperous combination, but we need to pull through. Sometimes the cross puts pressure on us, and we need to follow that path, no matter what, how difficult it is in the beginning. Then we have the fish and the cross on itself. This points that here also there are financial responsibilities here. Maybe sometimes this is a little bit overwhelming for us. For another way, because we have the heart there, it's possible in abroad that you work for a charitable organization. This we didn't see. And then you cross the borders there for some other reasons. Maybe this work in abroad, if you are a charity worker or somebody who is connected to abroad or a spiritual worker, here we see that this comes with certain responsibilities. It's possible also that you are a therapist in abroad. Maybe the salary is not for that what you expected it to be. This is also what we see with this combination. Anyway, this points also to that we invest in what we believe in. We follow our path. This could be a charitable path that is shared with friends, and we follow this path no matter what. This is what we are seeing here. No matter what is your conviction, if it's for helping others, if it's spirituality, if it's religion, it's like we need to follow this path here. Sometimes also this can point that before you leave, you are considering for taking a life insurance for some reason, not because you feel threatened, but maybe you want to do this. Anyway, you will endure this suffering. You will, if there's some suffering, you will follow your ideology, your convictions here. The job can be heavy. There could be overtime. Maybe that is not paid in the beginning, but in the end, it will pay off. You will get what you want if you let its time pass here. This could also point to literally that you preach something in abroad or you share something in abroad. Here, this is what we see here. And in the beginning, as I said, it could be like that. This could point to a very good preacher and a very good businessman with a difficult start off. This is what we see here. You're working hard here in the area where you are. This is what we see here. There's some borders spiritually, religiously, that you will not cross here, because the cross is the borders. The borders, you don't cross them. What we see more here, it's like you want to make a pact with life for following that destination. This is what we see here. You could be, as I said earlier, this comes back here, you could be really an expert. You see the people, the problems of other people, you are able to relieve the problems of other people, and it gives you a kind of satisfaction that is not necessarily connected to money, but the money will be there, it will come later. This is what we see here. Anyway, you will be able also to make some sacrifices for helping others. You also will share this information. Maybe you share this on the internet, that the problems are there. Maybe you post these problems on the internet. You will both be also in connection with people that are high up. Maybe they meet you. These people will have money. You will show them literally the problems that are going on there. The problem is, if they are able to help you, maybe you need to sort your things out with the means that you have there. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, there are high standards here. Even with, if the means are limited, you will have high standards here. There is a kind of perfectionism here that you want to reach here with your work. Here, it's possible also that you literally, if you are a spiritual or a religious type, and you still have some time, that you put something up like a Bible school or a spirituality school or a meditation school, because This card sometimes points to a teaching institution. So this is what we see here. In the beginning, this could literally give us headaches here. This is what we see here with this combination. If we are the type that sometimes is thinking black and white, here we are confronted also with gray zones. We see maybe things, sometimes it will of course not apply on the whole group here, but for some of these groups, sometimes Sagittarius can be very convicted about things, and it's black or it's white. But here there is a combination, and maybe through this problems that you are facing or problems that you're undergoing, you need to recognize there is a gray zone. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you work with quite some smart people around you. This is what we see here. People, they know what they want here. You will, if there's something going on there in abroad, or there's a business going on in abroad, you will be able to reorganize it and maybe make it profitable. This is possible also with this combination, that there are some things going on and you see it's black and white, and you want to turn it into the gray zone. You want to make it more profitable. This is what we see here, because maybe this organization don't spend the money in the right way, or the business is not doing business in the right way, and you reorganize it here. This is what we see here. Anyway, there's a lot of money, cash here. Maybe you're involved with flow of money here. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the heart, the tree, and the tower. Here we see that no matter what, we are happy with what our choices are. If you had some difficulties with your health before, here we see the recovering of our health. We are happier what we are doing. Maybe before we were not. There's a strong relationship probably with a friend here that we see. And also we like nature. We like quiet places here, because the trees sometimes like quietness. There's some favorite places probably in abroad that you will go, or maybe this points to your favorite place abroad. This could be the place where you are working there. You see the positive things of that here. If you have a certain partner in abroad, it's possible that this partner likes the same things as you do. You have a connection here. There could be a very strong, healthy relationship with somebody abroad. This romance could be driving between the two of you. We just need to be careful here that we are not too rose-colored, that we don't wear rose-colored glasses. Regarding especially to our health, we need to see that we keep our body in shape, that we eat healthy if we can. Anyway, there's an appreciation here for nature here. If we have a partner, we like the partner, we love the partner. It's possible in this relationship, we need to rethink some things. This is what we are seeing here also. Then we have the tree and the tower. This is that we are on the right track, or we are about to go on the right track in our life. With the tower and the tree here, it's possible if you work hard, or you worked hard, that before you leave, you need to take some time to rest. Or it's possible that the business there is so, or the things that you are doing in abroad, there people are in so much problem that you yourself, you need to rest. Because if you don't rest, if you work always, it's possible that you yourself get in problems. We need to let our body rest, even though sometimes we cannot help the whole world, and we need our body to function. So if you overdo your body, you could get some problems. So realize also that we have physical limitations here. Anyway, this could point that you are for a longer period in abroad. What we see more here, probably this area where you're working or where you do business, it's for a way it's quite isolated. It's an isolated place, because the tower is sometimes places alone, where it's more quiet, but still in a way you do business there or you help there. This is what we see here. There are certain situations there that you cannot change. This is what we see here also. Even if it's difficult there, the situation, you're unwilling to go there. You want to change. Maybe that is also one of the reasons if the money is less, you still stay because you think it's your responsibility here. It's possible also, if you arrive there or if you come there, that you cannot go back to where you come from. It's like the borders are locked, or maybe you are there now and you cannot get out. Some countries are closed. This is what we see here. Literally, we see lockdowns here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's possible also that you're working near to places that have very old roots. It depends on the country. Maybe there's an old forest. Maybe this is an old environment that you are around. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, on the long run, this can also point that you will become in charge. Maybe you now it's hard, but after it's possible that you get a promotion here later on in the course of life. Saturn here, this is ruled by Saturn. This is a slow card, and sometimes we get recognition later on in our life, but mostly these people are not in there for rewards if you are in that kind of business. If you are in business, if you are a businessman, it points that your business will be very flourishing at a more mature age, maybe 60 plus, then the real money comes in. But it's not always, but for some people in this group, it will be like that. Anyway, physically, you could be a quite tall person here. This is what a tall person, but it don't apply on everybody. Or this could also point to a person who has his feet very much on the ground. This is what we see here, tall or the feet on the ground. Anyway, this person is deep-rooted, as we saw here. If you do this work, probably you feel very energetic. It gives you alone. Also, when you need to recover, if you put a lot of energy in your work, the most easy way for you to recover with this combination is being alone. So if you work all day and you go away in your room or in a place where it's quiet, you will see your energy is coming back here. This is what we see here. Then we have the ship, the dog, and the fish. Here there is a business project going on with friends. We saw this earlier. There's a lot of money involved. Maybe these friends help you, or a friend is traveling with you in the future or now. It's possible that this friend has a different skill color, or he comes from a different culture. This is what we see here also with this combination. It's possible that the trip is quite long. This is a long trip over the seas. It's not next door here. This person also has faith that the trip that you're undertaking will be very positive for the both of you. He has the one also, he has a lot of faith here. This is like a foreigner we can trust. These are travel companion. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this can point to an adventure that we do with a friend related to charity or related to business. It's possible also in the place where you live now that some of your friends you are connected to for a long time because you choose this kind of profession or this kind of business in abroad, you need to leave some people behind. This is what we see here also. Then we have the dog and the fish on itself. Here we see business partners. As I said, this friend probably has money or he comes from a family that is wealthy here. This is what we see here. This person is aware of financial matters. He knows how to handle financial matters. Probably you know a little bit both how to handle financial matters. So you, in that way, I think you understand each other here in another way. In a different point of view here, we see also that our friends are our customers, and our relationship with our customers or with our friends or the people that we are involved, it is very friendly, very friendly attitude towards us. Our customers are friends with us in abroad, or they are friendly to us. We are friendly to them. They like to be around us, and probably they spend money or they help us with our business or what we are doing there. Anyway, there could be a lot of friends here in your environment that are wealthy here. This is there. They could be business associates here. This is what we see. But also there's a lot of friends because we have the fish here. So we have a lot of friends here. Also, there's some loyalty of these friends to you, and you are loyal to them. Even though they have a lot of money, they still understand your project, and they're probably willing here to help you. Then we have the clouds, the person card, and the cross. Here, it's possible here that we are confronted with certain tensions. It's possible that if there is some tensions or some things that you don't see clear, you carry these burdens anyway. It's not, you see this as your fate. If something happens to us, you see it as your fate. And you probably, if you are confronted with certain problems, you are able to solve these problems. But for solving the problem, it probably will need some thinking. It's possible also, if you are confronted with some difficulties, if you think long enough, you come up with original ideas. And maybe your friends help you think. This is what we see here also with this combination. Sometimes maybe people cannot really follow how your mind works, but it doesn't mean that the solution is not there. This is what we see here. Anyway, again, we see here a person who has strong mental abilities to help others, because this is thinking here. What we are seeing here, sometimes the situation is not easy. We are aware that the things there happening, or the business is not easy in the beginning. We see this already in the beginning. Then we have the man and the cross on itself. This is a person who can guide others who are in difficulties. We saw this already again. This comes back here. He helps people who are in difficulties. He is willing to help others here. We see this here. He takes his responsibility. Then we have the heart, the dog, and the cross. We see this already in friendship. I just see if I can get something more here. If there were some issues with friends before, they are easily resolved here. We also need to be careful sometimes with this combination, that we stand our ground, that we are not following too much. We need to see that we keep our own ideas. Don't believe everything you see. We need to have our own input. So don't follow always, especially if it would lead you to places where you don't want to be. See that you do your own part of the thinking in certain conditions. We can be devout, but we need to also think for ourselves. Then we have the dog and the cross. Here again, we see the friend that helps you. We already saw this. Some friends of all could be in problems here. We have also a strong sense of faith. Maybe our friends are also in the church community, in the spiritual community that we are. We shoulder each other here. This is what we see here. We support each other in times if there are difficulties, or if there are business difficulties, we support each other. This is what we see here. Then we have the clouds, the dog, and the tower. In the beginning, maybe of this month, there could be some tensions with friends, but it will be worked out, as I said here earlier. It's possible that we have a big friend circle here. I know I'm seeing this here, but here this could point that some of our friends are in difficulties, and maybe we need to help this friend here with certain situations. Anyway, maybe we need to help them think in certain situations. They are in difficulties and they want to get out of these problems. Maybe they have problems with authorities and we need to help them here. This is what we see here. Maybe they have been in difficult situations that have been legally crossing borders, and we need to help them, advise them. This is what we see here with this combination. It's possible that this friend also, he's not in a positive situation now. He's not thinking very positive, especially towards law. It's also possible that he has difficulties with his parents, or with authority figures. Here, the tower can represent parents also, or authority figures, or people in charge. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe he hides certain things from you. This will point to a specific friend here. Maybe he don't share everything with you. So see that everything is clear with you regarding this friends. Maybe he is shy or scared to share this with you, these problems. But sometimes Sagittarius has insights and he feels the problems of others, and maybe you see through the problems and you can get true to him and you understand here what is going on. Then we have the dog and the tower on itself. At this point, most of our friendships are on the long term. It's possible also that we, if we do certain jobs or we have certain businesses or we are involved in certain works, that some of our colleagues are for a very long time with us. We stay with them, they stay with us. It's like we're working here in a team that is already for a long time together. Also, if you have your own business, it's possible that you always have the same thinkers, the same people who think with you around you for your work, for your business. You like to keep the same people around you. This is what we see here. Of course, we draw certain lines, but these people, we like to have them around us here. This is what we see here. Anyway, in another way, in a positive way, this combination, that could be that a friend of us is connected to authorities. This is possible also. Maybe he's connected to authorities in abroad and he helps us with something. This could point to that also, a friend in authority here, maybe embassy, maybe something like that. Maybe he's connected to embassies or foreign authorities. This is what we see here with this combination. If something would be not allowed for you for going to abroad, this friend can help you out. He has maybe the right connections, so you can still go. This is what we see here also with this combination. Maybe he is a lawyer, maybe he's involved in the law somehow and he knows the right channel, so you can do the right solution, find the right solutions for business, for helping others. He has the right connections on the right place. So Sagittarius, for the shell or the water group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other 3 card readings that are directly connected here to the same session. Please check out also the monthly love card readings that we do and the financial card reading. Anyway, thank you for your time you spend on my channel. And we see each other in my other videos, I'm sure. Thank you for now and bye-bye. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to the Aerosol or the Air group for your card reading for November 2021. As the card here, your first card here, we see the whip. The whip is not an easy card. It's like a punishing card here that we have on our person. What does this mean? Well, probably we have some conflicts in our surroundings, or in a positive way, there is a positive side on this also. It points that we're feeling a lot of energy. We are very energetic. If not, the other side is that we are quarreling with some people in our surroundings. It's possible that certain quarrels, there are details involved in certain quarrels, or we need to pay attention if we have quarrels on certain details. This is what we are seeing because we have the mice next to it. In a way, if we have problems and for solving these problems, it's possible we need to take some actions regarding for getting out of these problems. That is the other side of it. Then in the central card here, you see the letter. The letter, there is communication coming to us, but the letter is a substantial card, meaning it's not an email. This is a letter that note that we can translate in money, meaning it's like literally like a banknote, or it's a document like a degree that we can translate in money, or it's literally like a bond. So maybe some news is coming to us regarding documents. Maybe the news at first is quite strong on us, or it's maybe punishing is the right word, but a wrong word, but maybe there is something involved that makes us suffer about the news. But as we know, the whip has 2 sides. So there will be a positive side on it too. But we will see later as we involve in this combination. Anyway, the garden mirrored to the whip here, the first 2 cards. It means that there could be a quarrel, as I said, a public quarrel. Maybe there's some groups of people where you are involved in, and you have some disagreements with these people. It's possible that they are aggressive towards to you, or you come in some form of aggression with this group, not necessarily physically, but it's possible here with this combination. If you go out, this tells us also to be careful a little bit if we move, especially if we move around in less safe areas. Anyway, in another way, this points to group discussions. We discuss something, we state our point of point of view, and the others state their point of view also here. There's a public argument here that we are seeing here. Anyway, there could be public disputes here going on here. Then we mirror the stars and the clovers here. Then we see here in another way, this is then for later on, because the last line is a very positive line that you have here. Here we see this is a very positive combination. If you play it smart, because this is the card of thinking, some wishes for you and bonuses will come true. We see here the money card is in the middle, or the documents that hold money, or you can translate in money. Here we see, if you think about it in the right way, as I said, the whip has two sides. If you think about it in the right way, you can turn this into a success. There will be some lucky stars literally coming to you. It's possible that you gain some profits here. You need to listen to yourself here with this combination. It's possible here that you have some things that are profitable for you on the long run, because the anchor is on the long run. It's very slow, but on the long run here that we could see here. On the long run also, you will feel more at ease. Now maybe you're a little bit stressed, you're nervous, you literally have pain, you feel like you're chased here. There's a lot of going on here on the person. Anyway, now we go in the horizontal lines here. We have the whip and the mice here, those two cards in the horizontal line. It's possible here also you have the feeling that some people in these groups, they have no respect. They have no respect for you, or they have no respect for certain things for the whole population or the whole community. This is what we are seeing here with these cards. It's best here. Sometimes with the mice, it points that we, as I said earlier, we need to pay attention to the details, and maybe certain things we need to let go. Maybe it takes energy of us, because the mice tend to nibble on our energy. So maybe you need to check the details and see how far you want to go in this. Maybe you already put a lot of energy in that, and maybe it's time to take a different approach. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the whip and the mice here. So this is escalating abuse, stress here. We saw here also the arguments take a lot of energy of you here. That I said that here also. The arguments are not working out as you want them to be. Maybe these people have lack of understanding here. This is what we are seeing here. It exhausts you. There could be people who are literally trying to stab you in the back here with this combination. They are poisonous. They have poisonous words toward to you. Also, you need to be careful that they don't take things away from the public or from you. That things are not publicly taken away. We see this also with this combination. Things that belong to the public may be disappearing. So here we need to be careful also with that combination. Anyway, it's possible also that this discussion is about making that you want this, if something is stolen or taken away, you want compensation for that. Here it's like you ask for compensation. It's like maybe these groups, you criticize them for certain dishonesty from certain practices that they have done to the community, and you disagree with that. This is what you see. You see this as a form, as abuse for the public, and you want some changes, and this leads to certain escalations, certain destructions. It's like a polluting atmosphere here that is hanging here, and maybe we need to move on from this slowly. Then we have the mice and the garden. Some people could try to influence your reputation here. We need to be careful with this one. It's best here that, as I said earlier, that we try to get away from this difficult situation. It's best here maybe on the long run that we literally anchor in another place. Maybe it's time that we move on there and we literally drop our anchor in another place here. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe we need to get out of here. Probably we already have our feelings. Maybe we are outgrown this group. And they can no longer function with us, or we can no longer function with them. The best way here is if you are officially workly connected to them, maybe it's best here to depart on the long run. The anchor is a slow card, but here we need to overthink if it's not best to write a letter and to say here bye-bye to the situation here. This is what we see here with this combination. Maybe this needs to be done in an official way. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that this whole situation, because you always need to step up for these problems, that it makes you stressed. This society, you feel this is an unhealthy culture here that is going on here. Probably also you will make public that these things are going on. Maybe you use certain networks. Excuse me, you use certain networks here for exposing that. This is possible. Maybe even those networks don't want to expose that, and you search for ways here to expose this dishonesty that is going on here in this situation. For some things also you will be in doubt. Or you will be nervous. Do I need to expose this also or not? This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you will try to make it public, and maybe for some facts that we need to make public, there is some doubts here, and it makes us nervous. The birds can make us nervous, but there's a lot of communication here about these documents, about this instability. You want things to become more stable, and probably you write documents about that. Maybe you don't want to expose everything to the public, but you want excuse me, you want changes here. Then we have here we see then also with the birds and the letter, there is short communications with some people here. What we see more here, the communications are short. These are nervous communications about documents. There is stress, there could be gossip. Some of these messages that you're receiving are really annoying you here with this combination. There's a lot of confusion. Also, there could be confusion going on here. Dishonest information that we are receiving here. Anyway, we see here that we react quite quickly on it. Here, this is what we see here. There is several conversations probably at the same time going on. Maybe you're on the internet and you're phoning at the same time because you want this problem to be solved, and you express also your worries about the whole thing here. Then we have the letter and the anchor. The letter and the anchor here, these points to important, heavy documents because the anchor is heavy. It could also point to some invoices that you are confronted with, statements, records, maybe with some publicity, because sometimes the birds are connected to the publicity and the letter also. But if you publish something, it will have an importance, and it will be a publication that you do on the long run. It will have like things that are stable on the long run here, that are shown here. If you do some form of business, or you need permits or licenses, this points that we are communicating about these things. If we need certain licenses for moving on, for coming into another position, or we want something else, this points to these licenses. There's a lot of focus here on this communication about that. If you are in difficult situation, if this is related to your work. It's possible here with this combination that you decide to go out there and you go in temporary jobs here. This is what we see, a short-time job, because sometimes the birds are short-time. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, the flow of information is steady. There is long-term news. There will be also some agreements on the long run here that we are seeing. You will come to certain conclusions, maybe that it's time to move on, to go somewhere else, but this will all happen in a slow way. This is what we are seeing here. Also, some things you will restrict. You will, if you still have communication with these groups, you will put some certain borders, certain limitations. It will be restrict here. You will not cross. It's like you feel a little bit restrained. Maybe this has been enough there. Anyway. Also, if you need to interact with these people, sometimes you will not be willing to react anymore. You will stall the communication. This is what we see here also. Then we have the stars, the clouds, and the clovers. Here we see that we have certain hopes for a better situation. Actually, this is a very good line. And here, we know that Sagittarius has a lot of faith. Here we see that we have trust in fate and in good fortune here. We should think positively here, and we should be thinking positive that everything for us will work out well. And since you have the clovers here as the last card, it will. So it could be possible that at the moment, but at the end it will become stable at the end of the month. It could be possible now for the moment that you have a difficulty for overseeing. For now, temporary, but this will be a short temporary. You have it's like a bad short period that we are seeing here. Anyway, here we see here. Sometimes also this points, even though we are a faithful person and we are strongly connected to faith, religion, spirituality, there's a little bit of loss there. There's a little bit of loss here, but this is only temporary here, what we are seeing here. It's possible also because you have been encountered in these difficult situations that you don't know who to trust anymore. This is what we see here. Maybe you cannot see the whole picture of it because sometimes the clouds, they cover things. And it's like we cannot see what is coming, but at the end, it will become stable. But for now, maybe in the beginning of the month, it might be a little bit clouded here, what is happening. It's possible also that you feel sometimes a little bit hopeless, but you should not, because you have the clovers here. Then we have the clouds and the clovers here. We should think in a positive way here. If you need to see here that things will turn out positive. If there would be temporary financial problems, these are temporary. You will be becoming more stable. Probably your stability comes out of the public, because here we see the public, the anchor. So this means that we become stable through the public or by the public here. Anyway, coming back here to these cards, you need to create opportunities here for yourself. This is what we see here. And sometimes we cannot see our luck also, but there is, in all this confusion, there is something that you need to find here. You need to find something here with this combination. It's possible also if you are in a very difficult situation or you become in a difficult situation that you say at a certain point, I don't care anymore. This is what we see here also with this combination. It's possible that you won't really get out and you take your bag, you go out, because sometimes Sagittarius can be a drifter. So if you get certain problems, it's possible that you pick up your bag and you go for a walk, or you go for a longer time for a walk, because you need to clear your head here. Sagittarius is the travel, and sometimes they do that. They just move out for clearing their head for a short period to see where this is going or where they can go. Then we have the vertical lines, we have the whip, the birds, and the stars here. Here we see again that you get angry. This is not an easy combination, but Since you have the stars here, the stars is an all over positive card. Actually, it's a yes card. It's a card that gives your hopes, wish your dreams come true. Even though this combination regarding to communication, it's stressy, it's nervous here, but the feedback maybe sometimes that you are getting is not easy, it's painful. Conversations are not as expected. There are arguments with groups, with certain people here. Here, this is what we see here. It's possible that people try to verbally abuse you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe these persons really try to hurt you. And as we see, we need to move out if this is going on here with this combination. It's possible also you hold yourself back, you use your wisdom, you use your higher spirituality for not going into it. Because maybe you're wiser than these people here, maybe they have closed minds here, and here your thinking is in another pattern here. It's possible that you need to broaden your horizon here with this combination. It could really make you very nervous here. The arguments could be messy. That are going on here. Then we have the birds and the stars. Actually, when this period is over, we always come in positive situation. There's a beginning here with that is a little bit messy, but at the end it goes to stability. This is what we see here. Anyway, coming back here to the birds and the stars, something that you wished for or hoped for turns out to be positive. There's some appreciation from yourself. It's possible that a person that is close to you, maybe a loved one or a person that is very close to you, they help you for something and you receive appreciation. Maybe this appreciation, it has a romantic undertone that surprises you a little bit, that startles you a little bit. Anyway, here we can see, as we saw before, I mentioned this earlier, that some news, if you disagree, you put it really viral. You make it viral here. You want that this is exposed, this erratic situation. It's possible also if you are the center person in certain situation, that there comes an interview, that people come to interview you, or you post something online, something important. This is you post an important document online. This is what we see here. It's possible that if you are in certain situations, that people who are famous in their area, that they choose your side for solving this problem. This is what we are seeing here also. For some of you, of course, it will be for a select group. It could literally mean that a celebrity is supporting your cause. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, in the beginning, we see also that it's possible that you are a little bit unstable, you are a little bit shaken. This situation makes you a little bit fickle here. One day you might feel faithful and the next day you are confused. This is what we are seeing here, but this will only be temporary until we go in the next phase here. Anyway, we see some chaos going around us here. Then we have the mice, the letter, and the clouds here. Here we see that again here we see the news that don't really make us happy. You will put some consequences to these news facts. We already saw this earlier. You think this news that you are receiving from certain groups is untrustworthy. You don't trust the whole situation. You think they're clouding up things. They don't show what really is going on. That's why you want to expose. We see this coming back here. There are bad conversation, troubling news here. We need to be careful also that because we have the documents here in the middle, if you need some documents for proving something, be sure that you have copies of these documents, because it's possible after you need documents that documents are taken away or they are disappearing. So make sure that you have copies, pictures, whatever you need to have if you need to gather proof. See that you have those in advantage if you want to expose some situation here that is not really clean. Anyway, this points to documents here that you need to see that you have. You need to see that you have your own back here. This can also point here in very extreme situation. This points to that people do false testimonies against you. So be careful here, see that you have the documents, the proof. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will not like what is going on here, so it's better here that we are going on. Because of all this situation, I think here some of these group will literally blow the whistle about some things here, as we saw earlier there, and maybe expose it on the internet. Then we have the letter and the clouds in itself. Again, here we have confusing news. We see this coming back here. There's confusion. What you need to do, what you can do also, because the letter, I didn't mention this here also, the letter also means recording. If we record something here, this can point that we make a recording of something. Maybe we tape something, maybe we tape some conversations, or we keep conversations if we talk to people, so we can prove later on that this has happened. And later if you want to blow the whistle about this dishonesty, you can use it. So this is what we are seeing here, that you're maybe thinking about recording things, gathering documents, official statements, you tape, you record, you put a cam. This is what we are seeing here in this combination, because you're tired of these lies that are going on here. This is what we are seeing here. There's a lot of misunderstandings here. Also, if you have these conversations, you will see that there is no focus in these conversations. There is no focus. If you communicate with these groups, you will see there is disinterest, but there is disinterest, and you know why there is disinterest. This is what we see here. And also you will not be interested in what they have to say, because you know already where this is going. Then we have the garden, the anchor, and the clovers. This is a very positive line here. It's possible that we separate from this past and we get involved with other people, groups who share our point of view on the long run. This is what we are seeing here. We engage with these people, and it's actually a good idea, and it will work out positively on the long run. You will set boundaries, because you will learn from this situation here before, and you will set boundaries here, because you will not go back to the situation, or you don't want to come in that situation again. Probably you don't want to become in the same situation again. And if they ask you for going into certain areas, you will not be wanting this. You will not cross certain borders anymore. You don't want to go there anymore. This is what we are seeing here. Later on, then you will focus here on your public appearances. Maybe you're always in the public here. Possibly you need to speak for big groups here. This is what we are seeing here. These people these are very focused on the ideas that they are having. If this is in business, this is another way you would speak to people that do business that are involved. Maybe they are involved here. This could be a long-term event here that is going on here. Anyway, you find some security here with this group here. Your life will be very centered about these new groups here where you will get involved too. You will stabilize yourself more. You will stabilize and you will restrict yourself more here. Maybe because of some restrictions that these groups have, cultural or religious, you are not able to go the whole way with them. This is possible also what we see here. Anyway, you will come in contact with many people. You will need to deal here with many people. Then we have the anchor and the clovers here. Here we see that you will protect yourself. You will protect your own security, your own stability in the future. There will be, your self-esteem will come back. Also, there will be more financial growth. The jobs will get better. You will get job offers. If you go out of a job, here we see that we get another job. There will be offers here for another job. You need to have faith in your things here. I know it's a little bit clouded here, and we have lots of faith here, but here we see we can get back in our faith. It's possible also in another way then that you work near a water area or a beach area. There's a lot of water here around that we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, after this chaos, there will be come a period here from stability. There's like a lasting luck here that we are seeing. You will stand your ground here with this combination, with this new situation. You will be happy with the status quo for now. And I think because of this situation, you don't want too much changes if you go here in this next change. Anyway, you will get opportunities here literally for another job, for things that make you more stable, for getting a stable foothold. You will focus also on these new targets after this difficult situation has passed. Then we have the whip, the letter, and the clovers. Again, here we come in the bad news, but I will see if I can add something here. Also, you will let them know that they have displeased you. We already saw this. Then we have the letter and the clovers. Some news is delivered to you here. This is positive news. If you're in this new situation, or you come in this situation and these people still try to get you, they will not be able to. Maybe they still try to stab you in the back, but they will not be able anymore. Maybe because you covered your bases. This is what we see here. Anyway, the air will literally clear up here with this combination. If you apply for certain things, because these are your documents, maybe you need to put a lot of energy in certain applications if you want to get out of there, because the whip makes us put a lot of energy in it. And if this is your application, the energy you put in the applications or in the other job will be very fruitful and stable. This is what we are seeing here with these combinations. Anyway, we see here that we receive an offer. If you apply to this new job or for this new job, this will be successful. These people have a different point of view and they will recognize you or from you are, but probably here they have certain rules, regulations, because the anchor is stable. So this company or this business where you are applying, this new business, they follow certain rules. They are quite traditional. So maybe that's why here you put borders also for yourself, but they are very solid. They are very solid. That is not the issue here, but maybe they cannot go with you all the way, but for you, it gives you more a foothold. But for this application, you will need to show degrees, licenses, things that are required for doing the job. They will ask the traditional things, but the application here will be positive here. Maybe you need to have certain licenses here also, or apply for certain licenses, or it requires certain licenses. This is what we see here. Anyway, you will be it's best here that you plan this wise out on the long run here. You will communicate with these people, and this communication, probably this whole thing can go quite fast once this is behind. Anyway, this points to very good news that is being expected. Then we have the garden, the letter, and the stars. This is a very positive combination. After this whole, you will get invites here. You are literally invited to places. This is an official invitation that you get, and you're very happy with this invitation because the stars are very happy. It's an invitation that you have been waiting for. It's a general invitation for something, and you're part of it, and you're very happy. Maybe you need to speak there in public. The context could be more superficial, but here we see that it's possible here that we speak in public. Anyway, there's public communication. You speak with the audience. You say things loud up. Maybe you're supposed to, or they want to, and everyone want to hear and can hear it, what you are saying. There will be no holding back, and these people want to hear what you have to say. But as I said, there will be certain restrictions. Then we have the letter and the stars on itself. As I said, this really is what you wanted for, what you waited for, this invitation. something is complete. Something is complete here, is completed. Also, there will be certain achievements here that you are be reaching in another way. If you are the spiritual or the religious type, it's possible also that you are reading some spiritual or religious text here. This could be here also. You pray, literally pray. Again, here, this is what we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, these are also, this will include also probably these groups. They will ask us for our aspirations, what we are thinking, how it's gonna be. There will be conversations about your dreams, about your hopes. Maybe these people ask you to write things down about your hopes and your dreams. Maybe this is related to this application that you are doing here. And if you do it, it will all work out well. But you know, maybe you are aware they have certain restrictions. Anyway, it can also point that you literally talk to your spiritual Lord or to your spirituality here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. So, Sagittarius, for the air group, this is all for this month. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. It's a little bit difficult, but it worked out well. And just remember what I said here, that you have the necessary proof if you are in difficult situation. Anyway, I thank you for your time. Please check out also the love card readings and the financial card readings that we do each month for the sign of Sagittarius. Anyway, thank you for your time that you spend on my channel, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Success. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to the Stone Group or the Earth Group for your card reading for November 2021. As the first card here, you have a very positive card here. You have the sun. It means that the sun shines a bright light on all the other cards here. There is contentment here for the person. Also, a lot of the questions that you have or that the wishes that you long for will be answered with yes. And also on the long term, if you have expectations for your career, for your long time career, these will be positive here. Anyway, it's possible here that these things are slowly appearing, because the lily is a slow card. But the things that you have in your mind, if you implement a certain structures, they will come true. Maybe you have wishes for a career in public. We see there the garden. So I'm assuming this is what we are going here. Then the second card here, the central card, actually here it tells us about the career, as I said. Maybe there's some lifestyle changes, but these lifestyle changes are positive or happening in a positive way. Here we are pointed to our strengths and weaknesses here. Anyway, we go to another phase of our life. It's also possible that you are considering some vacation or a holiday here, and you would go to public places, not more the desolate places, but more like public places that we are seeing here. Anyway, this points that we are that it's time for us to relax here with this combination. Anyway, this could all point out to be whole lane here on the long run, or things go a little bit slower. Anyway, we need to think before we act. We need to see that we have a certain, or that we implement a certain structure in our life before we can become more solid. And maybe we need to see we have a lot of knowledge, but we see here or enough knowledge. We now proceed here with the first horizontal line. I first want to mirror the cards here. So we have the sun and the house here. Possibly it's possible also that you're considering taking some time off, but you want to stay at home. Maybe you want to think where you exactly want to go, and you're considered a vacation later. That's why we have these delays. Maybe you're thinking, and then you're thinking you're literally here on the crossroads here. You need to make a choice where you're going. Maybe this is about the holiday, but I'm assuming here also the career is involved. There are some things here that we need to think about. Anyway, probably we want to get some work on our suntan here. Sagittarius like to be in abroad, cross borders. This is crossing borders. So maybe we are thinking about all these things. Anyway, this points to security, warmth. Probably we want to go to a place where we like to be. Maybe we go in abroad and the place where we are staying is very nice. This is something a vacation or something we liked or we dreamed of here. This is what we see here. It's possible also that you meet some members of your family in this time, or they actually come to you, and this would be a positive thing here if you do so. The plans that you are making are clear for everybody and also for yourself. You know already where you're going, but still there will be certain choices involved, especially regarding the career. Anyway, this points that we will make choices for a very solid path in our life, because the house is solid. It wants solidity. You don't want like fickle choices. It wants solid choices on the long run here. Then we have, we are going to mirror the other corners here, the anchor and the garden. Here we see that, that we belong to certain groups, certain communities here. These groups or these communities are quite stable. Possibly these people also have a lot of knowledge, maybe same as you. They are educated, or they are connected to some education, maybe to university, to a school. Maybe this is the group of friends where you belong to. Sometimes Sagittarius can be a teacher. It's often that Sagittarius are teachers or guides for other people here that we are seeing. Anyway, we get involved with other people. Maybe also in some ways we get somehow out of our routines here. We focus here on public appearance. If you're a younger type of person, maybe you go to some parties near the sea, near the beach. This is public world. Maybe temporary, or for now, if you're still studying, you work in the entertainment sector here. This is what we are seeing. You work in the public sector here. This could be that you are thinking about a job in the public sector in general. We already saw this here before. Anyway, there's a strong focus here on networking that we are seeing, and public places where we are coming. But now we will go in the horizontal here. The sun and the crossroads here, it points that we are confronted with certain choices. We want this choice to be ideal for us, or maybe it's the ideal choice. Probably you know what you choose to get on the right track here. There's also a lot of ambition here because the sun is ambitious. Anyway, you will choose for more stability. The house can sometimes also represent our workplace. So it's possible here that you want to make choices regarding your work, regarding the stability in your life. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe you want more stability in your life. Maybe you want to more stability here. Maybe you want to uproot yourself a little bit here regarding stability in your life. Anyway, there's also a feeling of freedom here with these cards. We know Sagittarius likes to have a free spirit. It likes to be free, not to be bounded. Anyway, there are some happy decisions made. You can expand yourself. There will be great opportunities coming to you here for becoming more stable. You will probably broaden your horizon. And I know this sounds like music in the ears of Sagittarius. Anyway, you will enjoy certain freedoms that you are having. You will also become aware, because the sun is aware of certain alternatives that could make you more solid, founded. Here, there are all kinds of enjoyments here coming to you here that we are seeing. Then we have the crossroads and the house on itself. It's possible if you're still living in the house where you were born, or you are still living in your parents' home, that you are thinking about going out there. It's possible that you're outgrown this situation and that you feel that it's time to move on in your life. You leave things behind. Maybe you are confronted with certain challenges regarding this moving out. This is possible here. You're probably considering another place to live, as I see here with this combination. Maybe you think about this now. You need a time of reflection for knowing exactly where you're going. There will be choice of residence here. What is also possible with this combination is that you have the opportunity here for several homes. Maybe you don't take everything from your parents' home immediately, but you move to another place and a part of you still stays home. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, you will break some traditions, things that have been fixed to you here before will be changing. With this combination. Anyway, we decide if we go, we want certain things that we have around us, established things, we decide to be comfortable also. There are some decisions here we need to take regarding our family life. Maybe if we make some changes, this involves leaving some family members behind, of leaving some habits behind. This is what we are seeing here. What we see here, we literally search for another place to live here, because the crossroads make us search. We go here and there, we take this or we take that. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, also there is, if this is related to your work, there are chances here for improving ourselves, for promotions, for getting in a better position. Maybe this is connected to some adventures here. Maybe you need to take certain choices that include your changes here. This could also point that we need to make some, if this is on the partner choices, if we are involved with certain partners, we need to make choices about certain partners here. Maybe if there is a woman in your life, or if there is a man in your life, this person is already matured and there will be some choices involved to that. Maybe there are some actions taken regarding to this partner. Maybe there is some involvement here, sexual involvement with the partner. Maybe you extend this for a long time and you feel now it's time. You literally change physically and mentally here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You will have your reasons to choose this partner. Maybe it's based these choices on solidity from the partner. This is what we see here, but in the beginning you could still have doubts here, but I think here we go here in the next level. Anyway, also some people will come into your house. This is what you see here. Anyway, you will see that your house is safe, is a safe place here. And you will say yes to move out of there here. With this combination also, sometimes we need to incalculate the unknown factor. So you need to consider several things and you need to think here how solid what this makes. So you need to incalculate here the uncertain factor, but you have the sun there. So I'm sure this works out very positive. Then we have the tower, the lily and the sit here. The tower and the lily, it points to that we come in another phase of our life. Some things are changing. The change could go, even though the lily and the tower are slow cards, it's possible that some changes are coming rather fast considering these slow cards. Anyway, we are maturing here. We are putting things behind us. As we saw earlier, it's time to move on here. We are confronted maybe also with certain authorities, certain borders in our life, borders that were there before are changing. Some borders that we have in our life, some limits that we have on our life, we cross these borders. This could be a physical crossing of borders, maybe with interactions, sexual interactions. We cross certain borders we did not cross before. This is what we are all seeing here. Also regarding authorities, limitations, some limitations that we have will go, they literally will fall apart here. They will literally be cut off. We have no limitations. We have more freedom here. This is what we are seeing here. In another way here, it's possible also if your job is related to government or justice here with this combination. This points sometimes to justice, legal authorities here with this combination, that you come in contact with higher placed people and you need to make certain decisions. This is what we are seeing here with this card. Anyway, on the maybe you are an expert, because the Tower is an expert in your field of work. Maybe you have a lot of experience here and you need to make important decisions here with this combination. Anyway, there will be a very strong focus on the long run here. In a way, also, it could be that you are involved in older people. There is choices here possible about older people, or you need to make some choices for them. Maybe you are connected to an elderly center. Anyway, there is a responsibility here, a maturity here that requires decision. Certain protocols need to be implemented, need to be maybe crossed here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you focus here very strongly on your life here. Maybe there's, as I said, there is a retirement home involved. Or maybe you're thinking about making a pension plan. You're taking action for your pension plan. No matter your age, you think this is important for you. This is possible also. In a way, if you have been a long time involved with a certain person, it's possible also, because of all these changes that are happening, you put an end, or they put an end to it. But there is not too much emotions here. So maybe you saw this coming already for a long time, and it might be the logical choice to do here for ending this situation. Anyway, it's possible also regarding intimacy here that you don't very well know what to choose. But anyway, choices will come here. You will make choices, but in the beginning, you could be a little bit doubting about it here. That is what we are seeing. And also, you will not, if you make choices about sexuality or whatever that is connected here, you will make these choices in quietness. You will not share this with everybody, or maybe with very few persons, because the book represents secrets. So you will keep this quite strict to yourself if you make certain choices related to your pension or maybe to sexual involvement here. You will not announce this to other people here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, there will become more experience here in no matter what field that you are going here. What we see more here, then we have the lily and the sit on itself here. As I said, these changes, even for the lily don't like to move too fast. But anyway, there will be choices that will suddenly change your life here. Especially, as I said, for crossing border, for changing structures, they could come quite suddenly. It's possible also that you go in a total new direction for your career. As we saw earlier, this points to the career. Here, there's a lot of choices here. There's choices, especially for the career here. There will be documents needed also for the career. So there's a lot of choices here regarding our body, regarding our path of life. This is all big changes are coming here with this combination. What we see more here, if some things happened into your life before, it's possible if you had difficult situation in your childhood before, that when you are alone or when you are more quiet, you think about these problems that are happened to you. This is what we are seeing here. It's like you're thinking about old wounds, literally, that we are having, because the Tower sometimes returns and it makes us reflect over the past. So if something happens, maybe in our career before, we are thinking about that and we don't want to get involved in that again. We have the wisdom now. We are not going to go there where we have gone before. Anyway, what we see here more, there's also a lot of if you do something regarding your work, if that is regarding to justice or as a lawyer, you will see that you keep to moral values, moral standards. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, you're in it for a long process of change. If you implement these changes, this is for a long time here, that if you implement these changes, there will be radical changes, but they will be for the long run. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's like here, we literally make a cleanup of our life. We leave the old behind, we make the choice, and we move on. In certain things, choices that we make in our life, we will make an end to it. Maybe sometimes also some choices that we are making will not be easy, literally painful choices that we need to make, but we will move on with our path of life. It's part of life here. Anyway, probably there will be some urgent decisions also you need to make, important urgent decisions that you are not able to wait anymore, to decide, that you will need to decide this now. Some you will be able to wait, others not. Then we have the anchor, the book, and the garden. Here we see that is something typical for Sagittarius. Here we see that a person is seeking for the truth. Here we see also that we are searching for information. If we are connected to law, or our job is connected to research, here we see that we are literally digging in. We are searching here the knowledge. We need to trust our knowledge, our experience, but it's like here that you are doubting. But sometimes the anchor don't allow us to doubt. We must trust in what we know here. It's possible that some information, if you're involved into law, or that you are a lawyer, or you need to defend people, or you are in certain situations in your work, that you need to keep those secrets for you. Some important document is passing in your office, and this it's like you feel, or you think maybe it's best to keep this for a certain period away from the public. Maybe some important news is passing in your office or on your desk, and you say maybe it's not the right time here to share. You need to follow your feeling about this. In another way, it also can point that you are considering a career in teaching. Maybe you are connected to the law, or connected to a high-placed job, but it's possible also in a way maybe that you still teach, or you want to teach others what you have learned. Often Sagittarius is the teacher, so here we see this coming back again. If you do, probably you have a lot of expertise, because the Tower is the expert, and this is on the long run. You have a lot of expertise in your field of work. This is what we are seeing. Anyway, we read up, we teach. This is all possible here with this combination. It's possible also with this combination that you make certain choices in your life, and a teacher or a mentor that you had before is coming back in your life. This is what we see here. But the person will now be matured more. He will be older physically. We see this here with this combination. And we could meet this person that was our teacher before. This is what we are seeing, or our mentor here. This is what is exposed here also. Then we have the book and the garden. The book and the garden, it points to that maybe even though we are already know a lot in our life, we are still studying up in some areas. Maybe we study up about the public. We get more public knowledge. We think, and we need to get some certain works done. Here, this is what we are seeing. It's possible also with this combination that you are a member of an, how we say this, of an intellectual community, or maybe we're thinking about engaging in an intellectual committee, because the Tower sometimes can represent universities, school, places where there is a lot of knowledge, where there is a lot of expertise, and maybe you're invited to go in certain communities. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, there's a lot of public knowledge here that we are seeing here. There's sudden public discoveries that you're making here. You're confronted with news that comes from the public. some things you probably will expose to the public. If you are responsible for exposing documents, some you will expose and some you will keep for you. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, you will see that certain facts are available for everybody, for the general public. Then we have the sun, the tower, and the anchor here. The sun and the tower here, it means that we are in for a positive period, for a longer positive period in our life here. Also, probably you studied a lot before and you are proud on what you achieved so far here. Good things are coming to you here, especially related to the public life. Even if you're a little bit alone, or if you need to work in silence, it makes you happy. Maybe some part of your job requires you to work in silence, maybe if you are investigating facts here, but you're quite happy about that. You like sometimes the silence. Anyway, we can improve here our own performances here. You can also find some strength in this piece here. Maybe you're very active if you can work in peace or in quiet, and you achieve more. Mostly if we do office work, we are more productive if we are more in silent. Anyway, there's could be an important place for you here in this society, or in the society that you're operating here. Also, you have confidence in your self. Also, you are probably proud on what you are have reached so far. This is what you we see here. Also about some things, also you're very rational. You're very rational about some facts here that we are seeing with this combination. Anyway, it's possible if you have an authority position that you literally appear in public here with your authority position. As I said, maybe this is sometimes this point to a really high placed person, a person who has a lot of responsibility. No matter what your job is, here you will be confronted with responsibilities in your work. On the long run, there's a person here who has responsibility, who dress up like a responsible here. This is what we are seeing here. The appearance for this person, the way he appears, is important in this combination. Then we have the tower and the anchor here. We are confident here that we are on the right path, and we are here. There's in our job here, there's endurance. Probably also, again, here we see the secrets here. There's something mystic about the whole job. Anyway, we are protected with this combination. We have confidence in our abilities on the long run. Things might sometimes go a little bit slower than expected, but if you work for a court or whatever, you already know how the system works, so it goes slow. It's natural that way. Anyway, some obstacles that you have here, you will overcome in time. If you disagree with certain things, you will be able to set them beside you, and you will able to accept them. Anyway, there are certain routines, certain rigidity here that we have, certain traditions that we need to hold on to for our jobs. Anyway, things will unfold a little bit slower, but it might require some certain decisions now in your life. Then what we see more here, as I said, maybe you are responsible for the well-being of others. This is what we are seeing here. Maybe also you need to decide about, sometimes also we see that we need to decide about other people's employment here, or of other people's place in society. This is what we see here with this combination. Anyway, this is a long-term status here, what we are seeing here. You're an expert in your field of work, whatever your work is, you are very routine expert in it. A lot of people also cling to you as an authority. They know that you are the one to go to. This is what we are seeing here. People, have a foothold, and others might also seek a foothold with you. Then we have the crossroads, the lily, and the book here. As we said earlier, these points to the lifestyle changes that we have. We literally change dress or change skin. Our persona, our appearance is changing here, maybe due to the job, we come in another position. On the long run here, we change robe or we change clothes, we go from the labor suit in the business suit, we go from the business suit in the higher position. This is all what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this is a job that requires a lot of decisions. These decisions probably need to be studied before taken. That's why we saw the silence before. If you need to take decisions about people's livelihood, about people's life, or some decisions there involved are important, you will need to take your time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, whatever you decide here, the decisions will work out positive if you give it the time and if you investigate the thing thorough. If you do a lot of research, you will have positive choices, but I'm sure you do, because the tower makes sure that all the facts are included, that everything is regulated, organized, the traditional way. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe some decisions that you need to take are taking you a long time, but maybe that's part of the process here. This is what we see here with this combination. But then we have the lily and the book here. In a way, even if your job is busy, it's possible here with this combination. We already saw the teacher before. It's possible here with this combination that you publish some experiences related to your job. This is what we see here. You write something, maybe you write essays, maybe you write things for teaching others here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you educate others about your own experiences here. This is what we are seeing. Anyway, if we do so, we will find great pleasure in educating others here. This is what we see. Sometimes this points that we literally give the pure facts to the people here, things that you literally experienced, and you share this with other people. Also, there's a lot of intellect going on here. This points to a person who is smart in his or her job here. You're also loyal to the truth here. This is what we are seeing here. You will speak the truth. You will share this knowledge with others here. In your job as a teacher, you will hold strictly to certain rules and implement those rules for your students here. You will make sure that they come clean, that they have a clean approach towards things here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. Then we have the house, the sit, and the garden. The house and the sit here, it means that suddenly we decide to go out of the house. We change houses, we change jobs, we change environments. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that you want more freedom. The garden represents freedom. So it's possible here that you implement your own freedom. You move out of an old situation and your whole life is suddenly changing. And you want more freedom also, and it will give you more freedom with this combination here, especially when we have the garden there. Anyway, it could also point that there is some separation from the family. We saw this earlier. Maybe you need to leave some family members behind. Here, this is what we are seeing. Here we literally terminate our lease from another, or we terminate our house and we move to another place. What we see more here, certain habits that we have before we break with. This is what we see here. You will also take stock of the things that happened in your life before. As we saw, we think about the past. We see this here again. If some things need to be worked out with your family that were unclear, or that you were treated not in the right way, you will settle the matters here with them. Sagittarius sometimes like to settle the matters. Here we see that here we see a person that the family comes together, and here there's this public speaking here, and these things and that things are not correct. So this is what will happen here with these things. You will share things that you disagree with here in general, or in the general public, or things that had happened before, traditions that you were unhappy with or that made you unhappy. This is what we see here, because why is this? Because now you come in a position of more authority, you can take distance and you share this with them. This is not the right way to go. This is an unproductive situation for everybody. So you want to expose this situation. Anyway, this points to that we move on, as I said here. Some of these family matters, it's possible also that some matters related to the family urgently require your attention. This is what we see here also with this combination. Anyway, you will clean up, tied up there. You will make an efficient plan for going out there. This will all be very regulated. You will see this coming here. Then we have the sit and the garden here. Here we see that we go into public gatherings, or we are confronted with public gatherings, maybe public hearings, or we listen to the public, and in somehow or some way, this hearing or this public thing is interrupted suddenly. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Maybe you go out of there because you disagree with the points of view that are set there, and you go out of there here. People might suggest things to you that you think are maybe ungrounded, unconstitutional even, because this is the constitution, the solid foundation, it's ungrounded according to you, and you literally step out there because you disagree here. You break away from these people because you disagree with the things that they are saying. Maybe they say it in a harsh way, but you know, and you disagree with the things that they are exposing there. You got this literally off here. In another way, in another positive way, then it's if you as a person for your job, if you worked more behind the scenes before, it's possible now that you're suddenly in front of the audience. This is possible also with this combination. So we come from out of an isolated position, we change suit here, as I said, and we are suddenly in front of the public here. And we need to make decisions about that. We have the sun, then the lily, and the garden here. If we have certain hopes and wishes, they materialize. We already see this here. If you are interested in sensual pleasures, neither if you're a man or a woman, this pleasures will come true if you want to act on them. Here, this is what we are seeing here. If you have certain interest in certain partners, or partners have a certain interests in you, these are two older cards. You already hear me coming, and it's possible that this partner, one of both partner, is more mature, more experienced, or even actually older in years. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to a very positive relationship. This combination is very positive, even with an older person. It doesn't mean because the person is older, it cannot succeed, because this is a very good combination, what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points also to success in life that we are having. If we have sexual interaction with this person, it will be very positive, and it will be what we expected from it. This points that the lover makes you happy, and that you make the lover happy. There's a shared joy here with both partners. Anyway, on the field of work, this points that we become more popular in front of the public. We become popular. If we were before in more a silent job, it means that we become popular with the public. Also, you have your personality. He has something quiet, peaceful. This points to a quiet, peaceful person here that we are seeing here with this combination. Then we have the lily and the garden on itself here. If we work hard, We need to see that we keep our health stable. We need to eat healthy here with this combination. If our job is very busy, also sometimes we need to consider for taking some time off. We need to take the sun is a few days off. It's not a big vacation, but it's a few days off. So if you have a lot of work, a lot of responsibility, a lot of structures you need to apply to, a lot of rules, regulations, you need to take some days off. We cannot always work, and we see this here with combination. We need to have some rest in a quiet place where we are alone. Maybe we take this older partner with us. We take one person with us, but this person is aware that we need some quiet. He or she is aware about this stress that we are involved in our work here. This is what we are seeing with this combination. What we see here more, there's in this relationship also there's a lot of openness. These persons are very open-minded towards each other. There's a lot of tolerance here. Here we don't see any jealousy. These people are matured. They are aware of certain situations on the sexual front, on the path of life. They are very open-minded each other. They understand each other. There's a lot of understanding. That's why possibly here also there's a lot of reciprocity here between the two partners. This is working very well here between the partners, and maybe the age difference or the experience difference works here for them as an advantage because they understand each other. In another way, this can also point that if you disagree about certain things in your career, that you put this in public, you put this down, you write this down, and you tell some people in your environment regarding the job that there need to be some changes in that area. But with the anchor here, the anchor is very slow. And if we are in a government position, you already hear me coming, this is gonna go very slow, but it doesn't mean you will not expose the problem. But with this combination, we will expose the problem. You will talk frankly about it, and you will say this need to change on the long run. This is what we are seeing also with this combination. Maybe this is related to social injustice. This is what we are seeing here. And you want to literally clean this stuff up. You want to clean this area up. You want to make some changes in there. The question, of course, is if we can do this on a short period of time. As we know, the justice system or some systems or some rules of regulations, even if you are in big companies, rules and regulations sometimes of big companies are like slow steaming locomotives that going, and this is what we are seeing here, but you want to make some changes in this area. Then we have the house, the lily, and the anchor here. Here that we see, this can also point, if we move, that the house that we are moving is older. It could point to an antique house. I don't mean it's in bad condition, but the house could be antique. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, this is an upgrade of your lifestyle, an uproot of your lifestyle. This is what we are seeing. It's possible also that we are involved in certain hobbies. Maybe these hobbies that we are having are some way connected to our roots, to our family members, or some family members have these same hobbies here. This is what we see here. In another way, it's possible that you, a part of your business, even if you are very busy, that you do something at home that is home-based. But if you are like an advisor or something, or a lawyer, it's possible that people come to your house for advice, and that is a side business. This is what we are seeing here also. Or you can do this quite seriously, or you're thinking about this for advancing this or for getting this stuff more stable here. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you leave some family members behind, probably also there's some missing for some people. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that the place where you're living, it's not such a warm area. Sometimes maybe the area in the winter is more colder. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, if you do some moving and you're considering this, maybe the actual decision, we are now November, is coming soon, because this points to the winter months. We saw already that the decision can come fast here, and this points to that we change homes during to the winter time. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. Anyway, this points also to stable relationships with the partners here. You find comfort with each other. With this combination, you're quite traditional about some things here. Some things, some borders you will not cross, some things you will leave behind, some things you will understand from each other. Even if the house where you're living or where your partner would be humble, you would agree with such condition. But in general, this points to an uprooting. But maybe you are not the type of person that is into a lot of luxury, but you want things to be stable and they work on the long run. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. This could point to a person who can live in modesty here, even though his or her finances allow different things. Anyway, then we come to the lily and the anchor on itself here. Here we see that we are, if these new choices are made, we hold on to our career. We should continue with what we are doing, and the choices, we should stick to our choices. This is what we are seeing here, because these choices that you will be making bring a lot of stability in your life. Even if you start, but you can start an additional business, and this will slowly grow. Here, this is what we are seeing here. If you already start this, don't cut off everything. You can do this additionally, because the anchor tells us we better stick to what we have. Don't make any abrupt choices, but you can add. You can add. Anyway, this points to a home-based business, as we saw here. This could be something on the long run that we are doing here. We feel protected in our job and safe, and we should also. Sometimes the work that you are doing, it could be a little bit you have the feeling there's a lack of excitement. This is possible. Also what we are seeing here. Anyway, this is a very grounded job. You want this kind of job, even though it's sometimes a little bit restrictive and traditional. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, for Sagittarius, this is for the stone group, this is a very positive and career focused laying. Even if you are in a lower job, you have a lot of opportunities here for changing jobs, changing opportunities, changing suit, a lot of opportunities. If you study up, there's a lot of opportunities here in this laying for the stone group. Anyway, Sagittarius, this is all for the stone or the earth group. I hope you get a little bit wiser out of this card reading. If you did, please subscribe to my channel, and please check out also the short financial and the love readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time that you spend on my channel, and I'm sure we see each other in my other videos. Thank you, and bye-bye for now. Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to the matches or the fire group for your card reading for November 2021. As the first card here, we see the coffin. The coffin asks us that we need to be patient, quiet for now. Let the situation psychologically let influence us. We need to let the situation rest here for a while. This is of course not negative, because sometimes we think that things are ending or coming to a standstill, but with the coffin, they don't come to a standstill, they are transforming. The coffin is ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the changes that are coming in us, and these probably are necessary changes that are happening to us mentally. Anyway, we here must give the situation time, since we have the book there also. The book is also a card, a silent card. We have the mountain here also. So there's a lot of silent cards here. The snake is also a silent card. So this is like a period here. We need to let things rest, think about things. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, also we need to this combination points that maybe we need to get more information, we need to investigate the situation more, and maybe we need to have some kind of focus on it, because the snake is a focus. So maybe we need to focus, we need to think and focus how, if we have certain issues in our life, how to solve this. This is what we are seeing here. The book in the middle, as I said here, things are not clear now. Maybe we need to read, maybe we need to investigate, maybe we need to search for certain things in our life. Here, as we know, Sagittarius is the searcher of the belt here. Here, maybe we need to search for certain things here. Some things will not be revealed because these are both closed cards, and the snake keeps quiet also, and she hides until it's the right time. But there's a very strong focus here. But anyway, here we cannot reveal ourselves here. It's possible also that we are still studying, and we are very focused here on this study. This is possible also with this combination, or we are studying up. Anyway, here with this combination, it's best to keep still, to be quiet, to go in the details and to focus. Then we go in the horizontal lines. We will see how this works out in general. Then we see the coffin and the fox here. We will mirror the cars first here. Well, we will mirror the coffin here with the house. It's possible also that you are not on your regular place. Maybe you're not home. Maybe you're from home. For now, you're away from home. And this might have to do with the job or something you're learning. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It can have to do with an improvement of your life, maybe on the work front or maybe on the educational front. But this points that we are not at home for now. We probably left where we lived before. Maybe we are not in direct contact with our family, or they're a little bit away from us here because we have the mountain here also. And maybe we have contact only with them through the internet. This is possible also with this combination. Then we have the ring and the snake here in the bottom. If you are involved in a relationship, this points to, the snake always points to triangles. If you are in business, if you are involved with a partner, the snake always points to triangles. So it means that one of both parties is involved with another person. I would say no, but we have both them here. We have the fox here also, and the fox means that one of both persons in this relationship is not in it with his heart. He's half-hearted, and here we see a triangle relationship. So starting out with that here, this points to, can also point to business. So be careful if you do some business here. Maybe this business relationship is not healthy for you. If you're in a relationship and you're aware that things are going on behind your back, is fine. If you are not aware of this, this is what you are seeing here. It points that something, a partner here, this is the woman here that is here. But since we do a general reading, you can also put yourself there as a man. This is a person card. So it means that one of both partners here, we maybe move on from this situation, because sometimes the snake, she moves away, she turns away from the partner. So it's possible here something is going on, you're aware of this, and you're turning away from this partner. This is what we are seeing. Maybe you are confronted with some kind of lies, or maybe betrayal here, or maybe the relationship, because this is the relationship. Maybe the relationship is difficult also in business. If you have business with certain persons, you turn away from the business, you disagree with this situation, you interrupt this for now. This can also literally point to the mistress of the other partner here. What we are seeing here, it's possible that one of the both partners don't want to be in this relationship anymore, and you want to pursue with the mistress or with the other partners. Anyway, now we go in the horizontal lines here. We come here with the coffin and the fox. The coffin and the fox here, if we have some difficulties here, it's possible here that we are not easy finding a job. Maybe we are searching for a job for a while, because this can represent the job. And maybe you are searching for a job. If you are not searching for a job, it's possible here that we are seeing that there is not so much work now in your business or in your work. There is little action going on. Maybe this is because of the current situation that we are in, but here we see that the business is low here with this combination. In another way, it could, because this situation is not very fruitful, it's possible that you're considering for getting out of there. Maybe this situation from few work, it start to work on your nerves, or it works on your health, and you start thinking of going out there. Here sometimes we see also that we are not finding what we are looking for in the job. We are not satisfied in the job. We are repressing what we are really want here. If you do a checkup, also a medical checkup with this combination, the fox is sometimes a little bit tricky. If you get a certain diagnosis from a health, because this can represent the body also, and you do some checkup, and you see the diagnosis and you think this is not correct, this cannot be, it's wisely we do this combination. Sometimes we ask for a second opinion, because probably you're right. Anyway, we see here, it's possible also on the work front that you see some dishonesty is going on there, that everything is not going correct there, and this has consequences. This is what we are seeing here. Probably because the job here is so little, you literally want to forget about it. You want to forget, you want to go with it here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, then we have the fox and the house on itself. Maybe if you are in a difficult situation and you have a big house, you consider for sharing your expenses with an additional renter. This is what we are seeing here, but that would be if you are in a difficult situation. Maybe you have a room available and you think about that for having some additional income. This is what we are seeing here. But in another way, we see again here, there's a dishonesty here on the work floor. Secrecy also going on here. But even though it's difficult, we stay stuck here. We need to think about the situation before we move on. This is what we are seeing here. There could be some suspicious figures around us on the work floor. Maybe also on the family front, everything is not very clear. Some things are hidden here. You have the feeling maybe that you live in the wrong place. This is possible also with this combination. It's possible with some family issues, you work your way around it. You don't want to be confronted with it. You might be a little bit defensive regarding the group spirit in the family here. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, in another way, there's a strong identification, but it's possible here for now, it's not going your way. Maybe there are some family members there. They are not sharing too much. They are egoistic. They're thinking about themselves. This is what we see here. Anyway, we need to be very cautious with family matters. But normally you have the snake and you have the fox and the snake here. You have both them. You could solve these problems out if you act wisely. Sagittarius has a lot of inner wisdom, so I'm sure you know how to get out of this situation. Then we have the mountain and the book here. The mountain and the book here, as always, there we are already. This points to a place in abroad. It's often that we are confronted with situations with abroad or on the internet with Sagittarius. Here we see that there is a place in abroad here, probably that caught your attention. It's possible also that this place caught your attention through the internet. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this can also point that we are learning some things. Maybe we want to change our life. We are learning some things, and it's not going very easy. It's difficult for us. We need to put a lot of efforts in it for achieving for our freedom. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible also that you literally learning, you do distant learning on the internet. This is what we are seeing, or some classes are brought to you on the internet. Anyway, you will discover a lot of things during this study as you go. We cannot see clearly where it will lead us because the mountain is high and the book is closed. So we are not yet sure where this is gonna learn here, but you will learn a lot of new things, even though our difficulties. After you will feel free and you will get more freedom if you're out of this situation. If there is hidden information for you, this information will be revealed to you as you study. You are not yet where you need to be. Your expertise is not yet there, but you're learning. You're learning, you go, you come in contact with certain facts, and as you go, you will things will be revealed to you. There will also maybe possibilities that you are confronted with some obstacles in this learning here that we are seeing here. This is what we are seeing. Then we have the book and the garden. Here we see literally that we are studying public places in book, maybe online. You are in a part of an online group. You have an online library. This is what we are seeing, or you get knowledge online. You get knowledge from abroad because we have the mountain there. This is what we are seeing here. This points to a public education, group learning, possibly also your students, your company students are very enjoyable people here. You like the group that you're studying here. Maybe you're discovering some articles in the news also, or they are related in somehow to the study. This is what we are seeing here. Then we have the ring, the woman, and the snake. This points to a partner or a partnership that we are having here. It could be our husband or our wife, or it could be a partner that we have. It's somebody we are related to closely. If this is a marriage, we have the snake there, and we already mentioned that things are going on here. It's possible that one of the both partners is very committed and the other partner is not. They want out, they have other objectives, other targets here. They want out of this relationship. What we see more here, there's a commitment from one of both partners. It's possible also that one depends on the other. So maybe there's a dependentship here from one partner, and one partner wants out, maybe because of the dependentship, and they want to stop this dependentship, and the other one want to stay. So it's a little bit a confusing situation here, but it points here that one of both will turn away from the situation. Maybe this situation is going on already for a while. It's like the situation, the relationship, it comes, it goes, it comes back. Are we continuing? Are we stopping? We had this relationship maybe before, we're going in circles, we move around, and maybe it's the time maybe to end this situation if it's really difficult for you. But for some reasons, we stay together for now, but possibly there are some things getting on the move there, and we are changing situations. Then we have the woman and the snake and itself. One of the both partners here we see is not honest. This comes back here. One of the two is very focused on something else in their life. It could be on the other partner, but we see the study here. One of the both partners is very focused on changes in their life, studying up, gathering information, and the other one is want to turn away from all this and go in another direction. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. It's possible that one of the both partners also want to be more free. It's like there is some kind of possessiveness here. Sometimes Sagittarius, he don't like that he's acted on like he's a piece of something, that he's possessed. He want to be free. Sagittarius is a free sign. Even if Sagittarius is in relationship, sometimes they still want to have a certain freedom, and maybe this is what is lacking here in this relationship here. Anyway, this point, if you are in a difficult situation in this relationship, you need to act quietly. You need to see that you have all the facts before you move out. It's best to keep silent. If you have gathered all your facts together, don't talk before you have all the facts and before you can take action. Sometimes Sagittarius is very honest. In this case, you are urged not to talk. You keep the things for yourself till it's the right time to move, till it's the right time to strike. The snake literally strikes. If you have your plan worked out, it's time to go. This is what we see here, but gather the facts before you go. This is what we are seeing here with this combination. You need to be diplomatic here. You need to act literally like a politician here. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible also that you need to make some hard decisions regarding this relationship. It might seem ruthless, but maybe it's necessary here. Maybe there are some egoistic decisions that are need to be taken. This is what we are seeing. But what we see here is a very strong will from one of both parties. And there's a lot of smartness here. You can work it out for yourself, but we see this here. It's possible that the relationship with the mistress of this one person is totally different than with the other person. The relationship would really be rough in some areas. Anyway, then we have the coffin, the mountain, and the ring here. Here something is blocking our progress, and this is related to contracts, relationships. If we have certain contracts or relationships for now, temporary, we cannot see what is going on. We cannot move the mountain, and the coffin don't open. You have no cards here that will bring progress in the beginning of this month. Maybe by the end of the month, things will be more liberated, but you need to stay focused. Here for now, things are closed. They are not revealing themselves. We cannot open the coffin. We cannot move the mountain. We cannot change this relationship, but we can, of course, make plans here. Maybe it's time we take a time out and we end this problem that is going on and coming back always. It's like it's chronically coming back always. The ring is round, and it's coming back, and the snake is coming back also. So there's a lot of things coming back here, and maybe it's time that some things are not coming back here. This is what we see here with this combination. It doesn't mean there is no grief. There will be a loss here involved. There's a silence here, maybe between the partners. It's possible that one of both is hiding that sadness, this grief. This is what we are all seeing here with this combination. The mountain and the ring then here, this points that one of both will have connections with abroad, because the mountain represents abroad. If not abroad, there are connections here on the internet. This can point to long distance relationship. Maybe one of you both met somebody in abroad, and this relationship is going on the internet here. This is what on, or maybe in the future, there will be some traveling, because we have the book here. The book can mean visas or documents for traveling here. And maybe there are plans here for breaking free out of this relationship and moving on. This is what we see here. We have certain restrictions, and maybe we need to let go of these restrictions that we are feeling around us. If you are involved in certain contracts in your work and you're waiting on a contract, there could be a delay here with the contract. Eventually, the agreement will come through, but it will take some time. It will come not easy. You will probably need to be stubborn about it for getting things done. Here, this is what we are seeing sometimes. The mountain imposes problems on it, and we need to pull through. We need to get a foothold, and we need to say we are going for it. So this problem is finally solved. Whatever the problem might be, relationship or contractually, we need to go for it for solving this thing out here. This is what we are seeing here. If you are in contracts with some people, it's possible also that this points to your enemies. You have enemies here in disguise here. People are trying to get your contract here also. This is what we are seeing. If you are a businessman or a salesman, this can point that people are trying to undermine you with the snake. So be careful, be wise, especially with contracts related to your job. If you're in the job field, I work for a broad audience here. There's a lot of things here going on and a lot of possibilities that we are seeing here. Anyway, you could have some opposition from your business here, business opponents, or somebody opposes you in the relationship. This is what we see here. Also, we can see there is distant already in the relationship or in the contract here. It's possible also that we literally retreat ourselves in the mountains for reflecting this situation over. It's possible that this contract that you are facing or this relationship that you really see this as a problem. It's really something that you need to overcome. And it's not clear where this is going in the beginning of the month. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it will be interrupted. Sometimes the ring, it's a bridge. And it's like we cannot cross the bridge in the beginning of the month. But if we reveal, if all facts are revealed, we will be able, if we focus, to get certain freedoms back. This is what we are seeing here. And maybe it's time we get out of this again and again all. Anyway, we see the relationship here abroad, here again, from one of both partners here. What we see more here, we need to stubbornly pull through with it here. You ask yourself probably, how can I get rid of this problem? So you need to think about it and act wisely. We already said that here. It's difficult to make certain connections because not all the facts are clear for you. So we need to go in the details. We need to investigate. We need to find the cause of the problem, cause and effect we are seeing here. Then we have the fox, the book, and the person card here. Here we see somebody who is in some form of education or who is an educator. This is what we are seeing here. It's possible that one of the both or the one partner might be publishing something, publishing works. Maybe this is you're publishing something. You're maybe a teacher. This is possible also. As we said, Sagittarius often is teacher, teaching others here. This is what we are saying here. And we need to see that everything in our work, that our colleagues are honest to us also. We need to be careful also in that area here that we are seeing here. Maybe something going on the work floor also with the fox. We need to see here that everything is possible. If we are a teacher, it's possible that some of our students here try to cheat on the exam. That's then another angle. This is possible also that we are seeing. If you are a person and you're taking an exam, it's possible that you are considering for cheating. This is what we are seeing here with this combination also. Anyway, you will teach yourself a lot of things yourself. You're an autodidact. In some areas, maybe there's not enough knowledge, and you learn yourself additional things. You yourself, the fox, teaches himself the things. He's taking care of himself. Maybe in some fields of the study or some fields of your work, there is not enough information, and you search for more, for becoming more yourself, or finding to do the job in your way that fits you best. Anyway, there might be some distrust in the work here. It's possible if you study that you feel that not everything is clear in this job. Maybe you have the feeling that your teachers or that they keep things away from you, that they don't share everything with you. And that's why maybe you study additional. You think there is more. Sagittarius is the seeker, and you have the feeling here with this combination, there is more. There is more. They just let you see the superficial. And with the snake here, you can be very focused here for finding what it is that they are hiding. This is what we are seeing here. You could literally be a detective here for finding out more what you want to see. It's like you want to gain more knowledge, even if it causes you problems, difficulties. You want to pull through with this, and you want to have this public knowledge that we are seeking here. Then we have the book and the person cards here. This points to a person who wants to educate, who's educating. They want to educate themselves. It points to a person who can be well educating or educating others. We always see this here. This is a person who can learn a lot, who can let their intellect grow. This is what we all see also. Also, we see here persons who want to tell the truth. Sagittarians like to tell the truth, even if it bounces back sometimes. But with this combination, we need to be careful here. If you're a Sagittarius, you need to hold back here with this combination. Later on, you can share and you can share your opinion, but for now, it's best to keep the books closed, literally. Anyway, then we have the house, the garden, and the snake here. Here, this points that if you study somewhere or if you work in an environment, even though it's not what you want, the environment itself could be very nice. This is what we see here. If not, the place where we are living is comforting us. This is what we see here. But as we saw earlier, it's possible that a part of the house is rented. Maybe we share expenses and we share this house with other people because this is public. So it's possible that we share this house with other people, maybe for covering the expenses here. But there will be a distance here. We will respect the other's privacy and the other one will need to respect our privacy here. There will be certain borders for our privacy that we don't like to be crossed because the house has certain rules and the rules cannot be broken here. There are public rules here. So this is what we are seeing here. In another way, if you, it's possible that you stay in a student house. This is possible, a bigger house, a student house, a public house. This is also possible that we are seeing here. If you are a businessman, then we didn't see that approach here yet. It's possible that you have to do with business deals related to houses, maybe, or it's possible that you work additionally in a hotel for covering expenses, because this can point to a hotel also, and this is public life here. Maybe the work that you are doing don't require too much communication. This is what we are seeing here also. Anyway, this points also sometimes to big companies here. Big companies, maybe in a way, this business or the place where you are staying is somehow connected to the family. This is possible also with this combination. Anyway, it's a big place there that we are seeing. If that applies on you, you will also not allow that your privacy is violated. You will have certain strict rules that if people violate your privacy, you will not be very happy with that here. With this combination, this is what we are seeing here. Anyway, it's best if you let somebody move in or you move in somewhere that you work out the rules before you start this for preventing problems. This is what we are seeing here because we have a lot of silent cards here and maybe afterwards it's too late. So if you move somewhere in or somebody moves in with you, just see that the rules are clear for everybody. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, we need to be careful also if we let people in our house, just search if these people have the necessary credentials so you don't come in trouble. This is what we are seeing here, because possibly also these people are not what they are showing they are. There is something hidden here. This could be like a trap. If you are doing something publicly, you need to be careful here also that there is no trap set out for you. This is what we are seeing here also. If you are planning to cheat on an exam, be careful. Be careful that you are not catched. This is what we are seeing here also with this combination. Anyway, it's best to keep quiet. Don't share certain things in your life. With the snake, we need to be quiet. This is what we are seeing, and we go in the cross here. We need to be diplomatic. Then we have the coffin, the book, and the snake here. Currently, there are no solutions, as we saw earlier. We are in a state of literally that we are blocked by the mountain here. It's not clear when this situation will be solved, but since this is a monthly laying, I'm assuming here there will become clarity about this difficulty situation by the end of the month here. Some facts will be revealed on time. If you study, you will need to study thorough. You will need to focus, because if you don't focus, it's possible that the exam is not going your way. It will not go as expected. So focus if you need to take an exam. This is what we are seeing here. If you are confronted with some paperwork, focus on it, that nothing can go wrong with this combination. If you search for some certain facts regarding the study, it's possible that you don't find all the answers by now. That not everything, that you cannot find all the information. And the other way is that information that is coming to you cannot be truthful, but maybe this comes out and or becomes clear to you later on. So this is all things we see here. Also, we need to be careful here that nobody can stab us in the back here. We need to be careful here with this combination. Some facts you will find and you will be unable to reveal them relate to the study that you're doing. You need to keep quiet about it. You have no choice. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, we see a very strong academic ambition here. We want to proceed with this. We want to get where we were. Here you are urged to study diligently here. This is what you need to do here. There will come a lot of facts to you, but you will need to learn them. Then we have the house, the book, and the ring. Here we see that we make certain promises. If we end the current relationship, the next relationship, it might be a little bit far, but I'm gonna mention it anyway. The next relationship that you might have might be a different kind, but it will be important to you. It will be important to you, this relationship, and maybe this person is somehow connected with something that you studied, or this person is connected to your relatives, or to your house, or to the place where you are studying. But this will be an important relationship for you. The next one will be important. This is what we are seeing here. There could literally come a proposal from this person. If you are looking for an additional job next to your study, this points to that we get a proposal, a work proposal. This is what we are seeing here also. If you are engaging with a partner in the future, this points that you will not make this relationship publicly from the start. You will keep it to yourself in the beginning. I think both parties will be agreeing that this relationship best stays hidden for now. Probably there are reasons for that. And you will know the reasons for that, that it's best to not make this public. In another way, it's possible that this relationship is maybe with a teacher. So maybe that's why you don't want to reveal these facts, but it's possible. Anyway, there are some secret commitments here that we are seeing here. Certain facts about relationships cannot be revealed. As we say here, we will not reveal certain truths, but because the book tells us to be quiet. And the relationship could be connected to your study, to your academic position, to something that you learn, to a project that learns you something. This is what we are seeing here. Anyway, this points to a partner who shares the same knowledge with you if you are out of this difficult situation with the other partner. So Sagittarius, for the fire group, this is all. There's a lot of changes going on here. I hope you got a little bit of clarity out of this situation and you get a little bit wiser. If you did, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for doing so. If this card reading don't fit you at all, please check out the other three card readings that are connected here. Please check out also the love card readings and the financial card readings that we do each month for your sign. Anyway, I want to thank you for your time that you spent on my channel, and we see each other in my other videos. Thank you for now, and bye-bye.